And that breaking news, 3 U.S. destroyers in the Strait of Hormuz fighting off a swarm of Iranian fast attack boats. U.S. forces also hitting back, striking launch sites for Iranian missiles and drones, and all this, according to officials at U.S. Central Command. Now, just a day ago, President Trump sounded optimistic about a potential deal to end this war. So what now? Our Nancy Cordes is at the White House with more. Nancy, good evening.
Tony, good evening to you. U.S. officials tell CBS News this firefight lasted several hours, with the U.S. military deploying Apache helicopters and Hellfire missiles to repel these Iranian speedboats. CENTCOM says it is not seeking a return to war, but this does underscore how volatile things are in the Strait, with growing implications here at home. A warning from the nation's top air carriers. CBS News has confirmed that former New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, who now heads the largest aviation trade group, recently told Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent that airfares will spike soon if the war doesn't end. The average price of a domestic round-trip ticket is already up 21% from a year ago.
We're going to need a bailout for the entire airline industry.
Economic analyst Henrietta Trey's.
You're dealing with jet fuel prices that are 100% higher than they were before the war. It was an unforeseen circumstance. They couldn't plan for this kind of an event.
How big of a bailout are we talking about?
I would say probably somewhere in the $5 billion range.
President Trump has insisted for weeks that the Persian Gulf standoff paralyzing oil shipping is about to end.
Iran wants to make a deal. They want to make a deal.
But another day went by today without an Iranian response to the latest U.S. proposal. Here at home, the CEO of McDonald's said he's bracing for a drop in sales as low-income customers conserve gas.
How high could the U.S. price of a gallon of gas go?
We're at $4.56 right now. We'll probably be at $4.90 by next week. We could be at $5 by Memorial Day. And unless the Strait reopens, we are going to go above $5. And that's going to be very politically and economically painful.
With support for the war falling both at home and abroad, Secretary of State Marco Rubio made a fence-mending trip of sorts to Vatican City today. Pope Leo gave Rubio a pen crafted from an olive branch after weeks of tension between the pontiff and the president over this war. Tony?
Nancy, thank you very much.